Okay, hello. Okay, so this is my first video journal, and basically I'm going to be talking about all the topics that we've talked about in classes and all of that, which are names and then feelings and emotions. So, when we started talking about names, we basically talked about like the personal aspect of names and like our relationship with our name, how how our names um, build our personality, kind of, and how people perceive us based on our names and all that. And I enjoyed actually quite a lot talking about this in classes because I've struggled with my name since I can remember. So talking about it and giving it a more depth to it, it was really interesting. My name has gone through a lot of shapes, a lot of changes, and all this based on how I perceived myself and how I wanted others to see me. So it was it was really cool talking about this in classes. Yeah. After that, we began talking about names, also about the Native American naming traditions, and also other cultures' naming traditions, and it was really interesting actually because I personally didn't know anything about naming traditions of anywhere. So seeing that Native Americans used to give names based on nature and all that, and that they still do. A lot of names, American names, still have a deep connection to nature. So it was really cool reading that in the text and reading all the other different naming traditions and see what they had in common and all that. So it was really interesting for me. Okay, so and then lately we've been talking about feelings and emotions, and it was kind of weird for me to talk about this in classes, like talking about a lot because I'm really not used to talking about my feelings and my emotions like at all. I'm just not used to it. I don't know how to manage all of this weird stuff. So it was kind of, I'm not going to say, I don't want to say depressing, but it left me like a weird feeling. Especially when we did this personality test in classes, and I realized even more, that almost everybody had like the same kind of personality, like really warm, really in touch with their emotions, and then there was me and another classmate who were more logical, more to the logical side than the emotional side. And so I started to think back and all the experiences I've had, like bad experiences because I don't talk about this stuff. So it made me wonder that maybe I should start working on that because it's not healthy at all. But okay, so yeah, I'm not saying I didn't like talking about that. It was just weird and unknown for me, but I actually kind of enjoyed it because I actually I actually learned a lot about like how important and relevant emotions are in learning and in teaching and basically relating to one another. The text. Okay, sorry about that cut, but someone was calling me. Okay. Okay, I was talking about the text about feelings and emotions. Yeah. It basically was about how emotions can affect like very much the learning process and also teaching. Actually, there was this other text about how important it was to use emotions when teaching, and how our emotions as teachers can affect students' emotions and their behavior and all that. So I liked a lot both of those texts, because even though I don't talk about my feelings, I really like the emotional aspect of teaching and learning. So I really enjoy reading those texts. Yes, very much. Okay, so that's it. I guess that was everything that we discussed, and everything, basically everything that went through my mind, Sorry, when discussing these things in classes. But yeah, overall, I really enjoy these topics. I've enjoyed them so far, and I'm really looking for the next topics that we will discuss in classes. So yes, that's it.